What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to show you how to do something that is, becoming quite popular in the photography world, and something that's definitely very pro looking, and honestly it's breathtaking once you take some great high dynamic range HDR photographs. So the first thing you have to do is you have to set up your camera so that it'll take 3 images. It's best on a tripod, but there is actually a way to do it without one. Sorry, that just went black. Let me fix my camera. So first thing you have to do is go to your exposure composition. By the way, I'm on a Canon DSLR. This happens to be a T2i. You have to go to your exposure composition, and if you click left and right, it'll adjust it, but if you roll the wheel, it'll split it. And what this does, it takes 3 images, all with this with these multiple exposures. So it's actually really cool. So we do that. I recommend you go to AV mode. It automatically adjusts your shutter speed and leaves your aperture and ISO so that it does not change, so that your image looks the same, but with different exposures. And the next thing you actually have to do is, I find this kind of funny, is hit this left button over here. It has like 3 little frames and a little clock on it. Hit that while you're in this screen, and then just open that up, and make sure it's set to 2 seconds. And then, once you hit the shutter release button, then you will hear beeping, which you can actually turn off by going to Menu and Beep. Disable. Okay? So then, let's hit the shutter release button. I'm bad at talking. Okay. It's really slow that last time, but my images look absolutely terrible. This is blown out. This is like nothing there, and this is like, it's weird. I've got my camera on a table, so it doesn't matter, but you would set up your aperture to actually look normal, but then the splitting images would take it at a higher and a lower exposure. Okay, so now let's hop into Photoshop, and I'll show you my plugin of choice for creating beautiful HDR images. So let's go to Photoshop. Alright, so I did want to show you actually how to organize your photos to get them into Photoshop and the plugin to make sure that everything works alright. So the first thing you have to do is find your image, which I have in a folder, and we're going to go over here, and that is actually the exact image I wanted, so that's perfect. So let's go ahead and choose one of them and open with Adobe Bridge. Alright, that was a bit of a fail. Alright, so now they're open in Bridge, which is pretty much Finder that Adobe tries to like take over your computer with. So we're going to select our 3 images, and then hit Nix, or scroll down to Nix Software and say Merge to HDR Effects Pro. Okay, so the plugin is called, as you might have figured out, HDR Effects Pro, and it is spectacular. It takes breathtaking HDR. It's beyond words. So we're just gonna go with these default settings, and it takes a while to get into the actual Nix software interface. So I need to address a few things. First thing is I am out of tutorial ideas. I haven't been posting videos recently because I just have no clue what to do. I finally got to do this one, which is fantastic, so really glad I got to get this video up. And also, I'm a Minecraft player, as you may notice, and I love it, so I'm assuming some of you play it. if you don't, you might want to check it out. This is really just more for the people who play it. So I'm kind of reluctant to make tutorials about it, but it's there are a lot of things I can make tutorials on it for, and I don't know, I feel like if I start making these, it'll take over my entire channel, and so I really don't want to do that. But if you have any ideas, then I think it would be okay if I did Minecraft videos. So if you have any requests for that, I can either start doing them or just do the ones you specifically want. And we're going to use OSX Lion because it's beautiful. And it merges the image and it removes the ghosting. It actually takes a second to do that. But over here we have all our presets, and of course they're awesome. It does take a second to load all this up, and it can do crazy, weird, artistic effects. So we could do monochrome soft, and we have beautiful image right there. Trust me, it's more than just black and white. So here's my favorite preset called Granny's Attic, and I mean, not much to it. It's beautiful. So do want to show you. I made a preset called Dusty based off of it, and I just touched it up a little bit. But I do want to go through all the controllers for this. So let's go back to our default, which is going to look hilariously bad. Yep. So tone compression is basically, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like tone, but it's I don't know. We're just gonna leave it at the default. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Alright, exposure's alright. Maybe we could bump it up a little bit, but honestly it's taken at perfect exposure because the camera was set, so we're just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna add contrast. I'm gonna do that later. Saturation, make it monochrome, make it freaking comic book, or whatever you want to call that. I think I'm gonna make it a little less than 0%. So structure is like detail or sharpness. You always want to leave that pretty high unless you're going for some strange artistic look, which can be achieved by bringing it lower. So that's that. Best way I can describe it is sharpness. Can bring the black level up, crush those down a little bit, and bring up the whites, bring those out a little bit. And we could do a cool image, which that looks stunning, and a warm one, which is also pretty fantastic. I think I like warm just a little better. Okay, so now we can choose an HDR method, which is, I believe it's how they blend together. So if we did something like textured, that always makes it look insane. Let's bring up the method strength, and it just washes the image out with perfection. I have no other way to describe it. It's just this is a beautiful plugin. So now I could add an S curve. I already kind of did that, but it does give you the option to do a curve. So that is pretty great. And of course you can change it to your red, green, blue levels. So we can make it super green image. That would be kind of fun. Yay! Alright guys, that's basically all there is to it, to HDR. Not difficult, but it's absolutely incredible. I love this. Sorry that I'm saying weird-ish things. So that's all there is to it. I really appreciate comments, subscriptions, and ratings, but I love comments, so if you could take a second to comment, whether it's critical or positive, just thanks for that. I have been looking to work with someone, so if anyone has any sort of, co-op job they want to do with me, I think that'd be a blast. We could get into that. You can personal message me, comment, whatever. So that's it. Take care, guys. Have a good week, good weekend, whenever you may be watching this video, and I will see you in my next video if you're nice enough to leave a comment saying what next tutorial I should do. All right, guys, take care.